the woods, Tapu hides. In the dark is where it lies. Shiny colors, pink and blue, searching skies for every clue. In the shadows far and near, Hefty's heart feels no fear. Oh, Hefty, shiny hunter, go, chasing light in the neon glow. Oh, Hefty, never stop the fight. Find that tapu in the night.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to you. What's going on, Phantom, Ron, G, the OG, Big Cheese Thrifts? No longer want to be Human Torch for Halloween. Probably a safe bet. Kids, you should not play with fire. You should not try and light yourself on fire. You should not try to fly. Coles, what's going on, Coles? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm sure this will come up a lot throughout the stream, but just so you guys know that are here, yes, I did see Deadpool and Wolverine last night. Yes, I did enjoy it. No, we will not be talking about spoilers in the chat today. Let's give it a little bit of time. I know some people can't always see it on opening night, and there were a heck of a lot of really neat surprises, at least for me, because I tried to stay as in the dark as possible, other than just the officially released trailers. So there were a lot of things that happened in the movie that I was really surprised about and enjoyed as a nerd. So we'll give it a little bit more time before we start talking about spoilers. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So today we are Deadpool is in the movie. That's true. What are you going for, Coles? What are you shiny hunting? Um, yuck, 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 yuck. Guys, we need to get this Tapu Lele. This is weighing on my mind. Um, 240 checks so far, no Tapu Lele. This Tapu is standing in the way of us doing some other things I want to do. We got to get this done. Hopefully today's going to be the day. Now, here's the thing. We've been doing a God Path for the last, I don't even know how many streams. Oh, you're doing Emerald DTQ? Very cool, Coles. Uh, you got your jumbo marked Pikachu and 103 checks. Congratulations, Phantom. I'm not at all jealous. I still don't have any shiny jumbos, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I know that you went for that for a while. 103 checks. If I understand the odds correctly, that is somewhat over odds, but you got it, which is fantastic. Congratulations. Um, yeah. So this is 705 resets on Mudkip. You're gonna get it, Cole. You're gonna get it. Um, So this is the last run. The run that we're about to do is the last run. You got the scaling mark as well. Dang, that's super lucky. This Dynamax adventure we're about to do is the last Dynamax adventure we can with the current God Path. After this one, if this does not shine, we're going to switch to the top switch, hosting the Dynamax adventure. Hopefully find a good path there. Meanwhile, the bottom one can start building up some Dynite ore again. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the music, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. 1,020 for Sprigatito, nothing yet. Dang, double odds. That's not fun. I hope you get it soon, buddy. A weird thing about Hungarian keyboards? Absolutely. I would love to learn weird things about Hungarian keyboards. Can't believe this is the last time we're going to run this path. It's wild. The Z and the Y keys are switched. The Z and the Y. So the Z is on the top row and the Y is in the bottom row? That's wild. First medal of the games for the US for silvers. What event? I didn't watch any Olympics yet. Honestly, I'm not sure how much, if any, I'm going to watch. That's interesting, Coles. I wonder why that is. Does it have to do with, excuse me, does it have to do with how often you guys use Z's and Y's in your language? Are you guys more likely to use a Z than a Y? Springboard. Probably. Okay, that's interesting. I never really thought about that, but I suppose that different countries might have different layouts on their keyboards based off of how commonly the letter appears in their language. Huh. Every day I'm learning new things. And that's a good thing. We have letters that are just other letters, just the Y at the end. Interesting. I don't know much about the Hungarian language. But Coles, I can't remember if I mentioned this last week or not when you were hanging out. I have to say, I am very, very impressed. If English is not your native language, if English is your secondary language, you type better than most of the people in my chat. So kudos to you. There we go. The final Psyduck of this God Path goes down. Goodbye, Golduck. We will never fight you again. At least on this path. Mule, which is rabbit, Tuke, which is chicken, and Luke, which is whole. Interesting. What is that? What is that mark above the U? At first I thought it was an umlaut, like in German, but it's not. Is anybody getting up to any mischief this weekend? What kind of shenanigans is everyone doing? Not sure. I have to go get measured for a tux today. I've been putting it off. I'm the best man in a wedding at the end of September, and I've been putting it off for weeks. I need to go get fit for a tux today. That's probably my biggest plan for the day. And I'm saying it out loud to help remind me that I need to go do that. Because the last few weekends, honestly, I've just forgotten. An accent mark, it's kind of weird here because sometimes it makes the letters longer or it just makes new letters. Interesting. Lazy day, love a lazy day. Yeah, once I get fitted for this tux, I think it's going to be a lazy rest of the weekend because I feel like if I do one thing, I deserve to have 2 days of laziness, right? Isn't that how it works? Cito, good morning. How you doing, bud? Okay, I got you, Cole. Yeah, that second O, above the second O, looks like what I would call an umlaut, which is common in the German language. Over that first O, that looks like, I'm sure it's not, but it reminds me of an accent aigu from French. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the different accent marks can make much different sounds. Monday through Friday, you'll have the place all to yourself with your two cats while your sister and her husband go on vacation. Nice. So, party at your place? Is that what you're saying? Staycation, beautiful. All right, let's get some real items here, not a wide lens and a shell bell. Well, that's disappointing. All right, let's just go ahead and give Berserker the bright powder, see if we can get some. Missed moves from the Tapu Lele. A quiet time for you, that's nice. How many pieces said Tux? I think it's just a 2-piece. I don't think it has a vest, I can't remember. I'll tell you what though, this guy who's getting married, um, former roommate of mine, he's such a good guy. Here's how good of a guy he is. With everything that's going on in the world right now, with the economy and everything, and knowing that everyone in the wedding party is going to have to travel to come see him, he's paying for all the tux rentals. I've never heard of such a thing. The only thing that we have to pay, and it's because the tux place cannot do it any other way apparently, is that each of us individually have to pay the tax. But, I mean, come on. That's silly. You're not going to teach me Hungarian grammar because you got a C in school from that? Hey, I get it. No worries. I just like learning new things. You've already taught me so much. May see Deadpool and Wolverine either today or tomorrow. Don't know. Going through something that you can't say in chat. Fair enough. If you do go see it, make sure you let me know what you think. I saw it. I enjoyed it. I don't want to say too much more than that, but it was a fun movie. Definitely a fun movie. And the comic nerd side of me had a lot of moments of happiness. All right, here we go. This is the final Tapu Lele battle of this god path. If this does not shine, we got to find a whole brand new path. I'm not too worried though. Lele is not too bad. As long as we can get at least one steel and maybe like a poison dark, we should be fine. Yeah, XD Gale of Darkness, please share. Please share. That is, I think, the one Pokemon game I've never actually played. I somehow missed it when it came out on the GameCube. I somehow didn't know it was a thing until years later. I don't know how that happened, but I don't know. I must have been in a coma or something when that came out. Out of ore, yeah, this is the last run with this ore. So if it doesn't shine here, we're gonna have to switch switches and let the bottom one start collecting some ore. And you say, Hefty, why switch switches? You can still host on the bottom one. Yes, I can, but if we find another god path, I'm not gonna be able to rerun it. So we're gonna start hosting on the top switch. Hope we can find another god path. Let the bottom one start collecting ore again. Same auction you sent me the Crystal Image of. Bonus disc went for 220. 220. Don't get me wrong, $220 is a lot of money. But for that, I could see myself, not today, but I could see myself paying 220 for the bonus disc. Complete in box 2, nice. The XD stands for Extra Dimension. It also refers to the dark Pokemon with a kind of UB situation. I didn't know that. I thought the XD was just someone laughing at the name Gale of Darkness, like, you know, the emoji. Like with the D being a laughing smile and the X's being like crossed eyes. I'm just kidding. I didn't think that. But whenever I see XD, that's what I think of. All right, Tapu Lele is down. 241, 242. Can we get it on this last check of the God Path? I need more. Actually, I don't need more Premier Balls in the top one. I do need more Premier Balls. Thank you guys for the shiny luck. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it. DX and Sonic Adventure. I assumed, I could be wrong. I assumed that the DX was like short for deluxe. I could be totally off, but that's what I always thought. Because I think there's a few other games that have DX in the name, and I always assumed it meant deluxe. Evelyn, good morning. All right, is this it? It is not. All right. God Path is done. God Path is done. Sad days. Sad days, everybody. Let's get a salute to the God Path in the chat. It served us well, but it didn't get us the shiny. In a world in which witches watch watches, if the witches had 2 watches, which witch would watch which watch? Nice. I like that, Shirley. Welcome on in. Ah, oh, thank God. On this top switch, Tapu Lele is at the top of the list. Love to see it. Love to see it. The '07 is a man saluting, that's right. Oh, Frederick, thank you so much. 3 shiny Rolly with marks, and in PLA got shiny Curlia and Ralts from an MMO. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna go Doublade, yes please, and we're gonna go. We'll start with Rhydon. Ever played Digimon? I have not played Digimon. I should have gotten the Dracloak. Looking back, well, it's Dragon type. Yeah, that was a smart move. A smart move. All right, let's see what we got here. I see Steel in the top right. Yeah, so I'm somewhat familiar with Digimon, but I've never played it. Yeah, what Steel type is that? Oh, that's a Bisharp. I like Bisharp. Let's go right. I don't know if we're going to hit it today. I don't know why. I have this feeling that today might be a little bit of a quiet stream, but I would love to hit 1,810 subs on the stream today. That's the goal. I don't know if we're going to reach it, but you know what? You can never reach a goal if you don't try, right? I don't exactly know how I can try, but I guess just be awesome. I don't know. First shiny in Gen 9 was a Dondozo and Violet. You found the Dondozo in a random raid, named it the Don. That's awesome. Dondozo is definitely top tier shiny for Gen 9. A lot of people say Cloth and Orthworm, which are also incredible shinies, but I feel like Dondozo, when the game first came out, a lot of people were talking about Dondozo shiny, and then it just kind of died off, and I don't know why. I think it's a beautiful shiny. Of course, I'm biased. I've talked a lot about how I love yellow shinies. Although this little fella right here, this Rabombi, its shiny is my second favorite shiny ever. Zen, what's going on, bud? Did you see it? Did you watch it last night? Playing Digimon on PS1 is like eating some cream corn on a cool autumn night while your alcoholic aunt is dancing in the corner of your bedroom. Perfection. That is a very specific and vivid image from your childhood. That's wild. Oh, you didn't see it yet, Zen? Are you planning to? Flygon and Aegislash, those are both beautiful shinies too. Let's go up against this Boldor. This doesn't seem like a bad path, actually. We might have lucked out. Don't really care, but yeah, you'll see it eventually. Okay. Then I'll talk to you more via DM. Try and coax you into watching it because I think you should. I did like it. I did like it. Was it a perfect movie? No. Do I feel like it is how do I put this? I will paraphrase the conversation I had with Big Cheese last night. I think it was an absolutely fantastic Deadpool movie, and I think it was an absolutely wonderful way to kind of end the 20th Century Fox Marvel movies. Do I think it was a great MCU movie? No. I actually posted a Trap Inch 104 in r/Pokemon, but that was like 2 or 3 years ago. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy it. I don't want it to come across like I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was a really fun movie. But I wouldn't say it was a great MCU movie. And I think if you end up seeing it, you'll understand what I mean. Lysick, what's going on? Good to see you. Amber, thank you for the boot. James, you thought who hated Deadpool? You don't watch MCU movies? Most of watch was the first Avengers, Iron Man 1 through 3, and maybe Thor. Yeah, I'm a huge comic book nerd, so I've seen all the MCU movies multiple times. Are all of them great? No, particularly in the last couple of years. Oh, Logan, you thought the Wolverine hated Deadpool? I mean, that's a big part of the movie, is that the two of them do not really get along. Um, but yeah, I mean, I have to see all the movies. It's kind of required of me and my personality. We're gonna see Deadpool next week. Can't wait. Nice, Nick. And since we are kind of talking about it now, just as a reminder, the movie did just come out yesterday. So I would appreciate it for all those people that didn't see it on opening day, or I guess day and a half, depending on whether, it played where you are Thursday night. We avoid any sort of spoilers. Um, but uh, but yeah, just, TLDR, I really enjoyed the movie as a Deadpool movie, um, but I can't say I was very pleased with it as an MCU movie. But that's just a small aspect. Overall, I really enjoyed it. You just never had a superhero phase? That's fair. Yeah, exactly, Zen. Yeah, we'll talk more about it in DMs then, but I went in basically with the same mindset as you. Hassan, good morning. How are you? All right, this is a pretty good path. I think we might have lucked out. We got a Dewblade, a Rhydon that has a Steel move, and a B sharp. Bisharp. I say Bisharp, but I've heard a lot of people say B sharp, and now it's starting to affect me. Eternals and all the shows except for Loki season 2. In my opinion, Nick, you haven't missed too much. I think there's a good argument that could be made that Loki season 2 was pretty good. Eternals was not good. 86 checks, no shiny Veltal. You'll get it, Phantom. You're at 35 checks so far, son. Nice. Ben 10's getting a comic book. Who's publishing it? What publisher? Huge Minecraft phase. That is a very popular game. I know I have a lot of friends that are a little bit younger than me that absolutely love Minecraft. I never played it until when was that? About a year ago. My friend and another amazing content creator, Shinies, convinced me to play hardcore mode in Minecraft with him. I'd never played before. We've done that a few streams. I think the most we've ever lasted is 2 nights before I did something stupid and killed myself. 35 for Zekrom, nothing yet? Dang. What game? DSL Lifestyle? I was just talking about Minecraft. I had never played before last year. It's been kind of a very on and off series with my friend Shinies. We've been talking about it recently. We need to get back into it again. If you're talking about what game am I playing right now, I'm playing Dynamax Adventures in Sword and Shield. Dynamite? Okay. Yeah, Dynamite's a pretty decent publisher. Phantom, thank you so much for the like goal. You got Shiny Groudon the other day? I heard that. I did hear that, Hassan. I saw you mention that in a couple other streams. That's fantastic. That was your second under odds hunt in a row, right? There's a Minecraft movie coming out next year? I didn't know that. So Ben 10 has an alien named Ditto? Is it the same idea? Is it a shapeshifter? Mostly play Nintendo games, TF2, Rivals of Ether, T-Boy, Pizza Tower, and Gary's Mod. Okay. Yeah, you definitely deserved a couple of under odds hunts in a row, Hassan. It clones itself. Okay. All right. That's not a bad path. I think we might want to... Whoops, what am I doing? We might want to hold on to this one, I think. We might want to hold on to this path. Grade. That sounds like a tech-related alien. Binding of Isaac. Okay, I've heard of that. I do like saying T-Boy, though. Thank you for the luck, Razzie, and good morning to you, my friend. No shiny. No shiny. Okay. So let's reset this one. There's a lot of comic book aspects to it. Yeah, I've caught a couple of random episodes over the years. I've just never sat down and like watched it. I went through a huge phase in my 20s where basically if I was at home on the weekends, didn't matter what I was doing, Cartoon Network was on. Um, just in the background or whatever. So there's a lot of shows from the 2000s that I'm familiar with and I've watched random stuff, but never really, you know, watched it from beginning to end. You know what I mean? TFT. Are you talking about Team Fortress 2? Back in the day, I played a little bit of Team Fortress 2. I'm not the biggest uh, uh, first person shooter player though. Confuse itself with technology and make it better. Plus, it's fluid as water, so enemies can't really hold it still for very long. Okay, nice. Yeah, Dynamite Comics. Yeah, that's a pretty decent publisher. They've done some good stuff. How did we luck into two God Paths back to back? That's what I want to know. Trico, what's going on? I don't think this path is quite as good as the last one, but it's pretty dang good. Guys, I want you to do me a favor. This is a very unique idea that you guys have never heard on any other short stream before. I want you to double tap on the switch that you think is going to have the shiny. If you think the switch is, or if you think the shiny is going to pop up on the top switch, double click the top switch. If it's going to show up on the bottom switch, double click the bottom switch. Zen, that means a lot to me because usually you're laughing at me telling me that I'm going to go super over odds on things. So if you are telling me that you hope that I get soon, that means either one of two things. One, um, you're being genuine and somehow I've gotten you to finally like me after all these years. Or two, I am so over odds that you can't help your better nature and you just feel pity for me now. Yeah, you're a professional hater. Bit Stealer, I don't know what you're talking about. Bit Stealer, hardly know her. We take that. We take the burn. I can't. We thunder. Well, you know what? They wouldn't have known that. They would have known that. The AI's being okay. Don't help ruin the community. Trust me, it doesn't need my help. Got Wordle in 4. Nice. Good job, Phantom. Down goes right on. That wasn't good. I think right on lasted longer last time. Maybe we just got good RNG the first run. We'll have to do this a couple more times to find out if we got good RNG the first run or if we're getting bad RNG this run. Coles, I'm going to do my best not to. I hope that that's not the type of person I am. I also know that I have a lot of friends here that hang out all the time that will have no problem telling me if I start acting like a D-bag. Came up in a voice chat yesterday. Yeah, there's been some interesting discussions in chats recently. Let me tell you a little. Let's delve into some hefty lore for a second. Um, Let me tell you a story from when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, we're talking maybe like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. Um, my parents were really good friends with the parents of this kid. Her name was Kelly. And it was one of the situations where, because they were good friends, um, we'd end up, doing a lot of stuff together. And so Kelly, like, just kind of became my best friend. Kelly and I did everything together. And one year it was Kelly's birthday. And I was at the birthday party, sitting right next to her because we were BFFs. And she's opening up all of her presents. And, we're like 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there. King Saris, I'm doing well. How you doing? So we're opening presents, and this is like the '80s, so like camcorders were becoming a big thing. So the whole thing was caught on film. I saw this last time I saw this tape. I was maybe early to mid 20s, so not all that well. It's still a long time ago. But anyway, I was an adult the last time I saw this video, so I was able to see it again. And so she's opening her presents, and she's thanking everybody that got her the presents. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Sarah. Whatever. And I don't know why we got on. It might have been the cake. It might have been the sugar. We tripped right into this ridiculous fit where we just started thanking random things. And we were just like cracking up. I was like, thank you, light bulb. And then we would just laugh our heads off. Thank you, armchair, and laugh our heads off. This went on for several minutes. Just absolute nonsense. And the two of us just tripped into the giggles, laughing our heads off, thanking inanimate objects for presents. Why do I tell you that story? Because the last few weeks in YouTube chats, I have been reminded of that story because I feel like there's some people in some YouTube chats recently that would have no problem thanking a light bulb and laughing their heads off. King Saris Unbound God with the 10 months of membership. You're doing good yourself, and you found a shiny Clefairy. Congratulations. And good morning, Anne-Marie. Hope you got that coffee. Magnesium overdoses. It could be. Maybe there's a lot of magnesium in that cake. Sacred Sword and Drill Run. School getting real close. You're not happy about it? When did it start for you, Zen? Never gives gifts on birthday, just money, because we know each other so little we don't know what the other wants. Look, I may not be a sentimental person. You can call me a heartless, terrible, whatever. I am of the belief that the best gift anyone can give anyone else is money. You know what? Here's some money. You buy whatever you want to get with it. Enjoy. It's also my favorite gift. Starbit, that's a really good name. I like that Starbit. Alright, take the B sharp. Why do I keep saying B sharp? You guys have ruined me. It's B sharp. Like a bishop. You do like money? You and me both, Amber. You and me both. You don't need more crap, especially for Christmas, just gift cards when it comes to family. Nice. Did I get it on my birthday? What, money? Well, there are quite a few very generous donations in the chat on my birthday. I will say that. Yeah, there have been some YouTube chats I've been in recently that when I'm reading what's happening in the chat, I just want to be like, "Thank you, Lightbulb." I just feel like it would fit right in. Geez, I understand that. Chicker, congratulations! Congratulations, Chicker. You know what, though? You know what's amazing? You know what is a beautiful thing? That's the biggest so far. The biggest so far. There's now a goal to beat. You're saying it's B sharp? Get out of here. He's not a musical note. He's a bishop. He's a chess piece. Okay, at Christmas you actually give gifts to each other though, Coles? That's nice. TikTok brain rot on a YouTube chat. That is a sentence right there. Weird dip in Twilight Masquerade ETBs for like 35 bucks online. That's pretty good. Amber, thank you so much for the shiny luck. You don't give socks, we give shirts to each other. There's an ongoing joke in my family, an ongoing gag, where every year at Christmas, my parents get me a box of new underwear and new socks, and they pretend like that's the only thing they got me. Been cracking them up for 20 years. All right, here we go. 245, 246. Just check. I gotta go pee. This coffee is just going right through me today as I take another sip of coffee. The kids are brats. Yeah, but they're your brats. You love them. Can we get a shiny? No. What even the heck is going on? All right, I'll be right back. I'm not even going to put up the BRB. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Feeling pretty good now, though. I'm feeling pretty good. I was getting a little stressed, honestly, about losing that God Path. But now we got this God Path, and I got tons of Dynite ore. So I'm pretty happy. Your mind was in shambles when you first learned that raids have 100% catch rate and you'll get stuff even if you don't catch them? What do you mean you'll get stuff even if you don't catch them? Zen, I might watch a little bit. It's not something that I'm like huge into. If anything, it'll be like one of those things that's like on in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Like it'd be a good like background TV thing to have going on. You know what I mean? Amber's watching them. What event are you watching, Amber? In Dynamax and Terror Raids. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll see what you're saying. Okay. The opening ceremony was amazing, yeah? Beach volleyball. I only care about boxing, but you wish the best for the Great Britain team. I don't want to get into anything heavy here, but I will say that I was a little disturbed turning on the news yesterday morning and hearing about a couple things that happened in France, a couple of bad things that happened in France prior to the Olympics. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue anymore and that we don't have to worry about that. We're getting crushed in volleyball right now? By who? Who's crushing us in volleyball? Cuba? Well, that makes sense. Chess boxing? Never heard of chess boxing. Explain, please. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood. I don't know if it's because I went to the movies last night. I don't know if it's because we got this new God path right away, but I'm feeling pretty darn good. Oh, it's raining? Oh, yeah, I did hear it looked like Paris was going to have some bad weather for a couple days. 594 athletes this year. That is more than 4. You loved your free popcorn at the movies. You're just such a little trash raccoon. Dang, poor Rhydon getting hit hard. What a cute nickname, right? It's endearing. Trash Panda. Sorry, Trash Panda. Pandas are cuter than raccoons. Player plays a round of chess and the round of boxing. Whoever gets a checkmate or a knockout wins. I've never heard of that. That's kind of neat. So it's like a combination of brain and brawn. How do you say the path? Do you just reset? Yeah, Nick. So like because I found this path that I was happy with, what happens is once I check to see if the Tapu Lele is shiny, if it's not shiny, I don't hit any buttons. I don't, I don't say no, I'm not taking it home, anything like that. When we're still on the same screen that shows the if the Tapu Lele is shiny or not, I reset the game. When I restart the game, I'll talk to the lady. She'll say, "Hey, now, you can't be doing that. You can't be quitting the Dynamax adventure before it's over. Shame on you." And then when I start the Dynamax adventure over, it'll be the exact same path. After, I think, 3 or 4 times of doing that, she'll start saying, "Look here, buddy. I told you not to do that. So now you're going to have to pay the penalty. You got to give me 3 pieces of Dynite ore." The next time, she'll say, "Give me 4. The next time, she'll say, "Give me 5. Until she gets to the point where she says, "Okay, listen here, buddy. You keep doing this. I'm going to take 10 Dynite ore every time you do this." And then you just keep going until you run out of Dynite ore or you get the shiny. Marvel Rivals, I have not. Is that like an app? Like a game app? Yeah, Nick, if you stick around for a few minutes, I'll show you exactly where I do it. Assuming that this Tapu Lele doesn't shine. It's like Marvel Overwatch. Okay. Interesting. Now, I've played a lot of the online Marvel games. I haven't heard of that one. Is it fairly new? Like the last big one I knew about that honestly I haven't played in a while is Snap. Trash Raccoon is his father. Yes, Trash Raccoon. It's only in alpha or beta right now. Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, I played a lot of games over the years. Final Fight was okay. Um, Snap's pretty fun. Um, I got burned though. I got burned a couple times. There were two games I really liked. One was um, Avengers Alliance. That was like my life for like 4 years. And there's one called Avengers Academy, which was basically a farming game. I mean, you weren't literally farming, but it had that aspect to it, like an AFK type deal. But I don't know why. I just absolutely loved it. And both of them ended up getting discontinued and turned off, and I was very sad that I lost all the time and effort and money that I put into those games. Oh yeah, Contest of Champions. I played that quite a bit too. In Hungary, it's 1451. Right now, it's 851. So you are eight hours ahead. Rianne with the 5 gifted memberships going out to Mom's Gone Gaming, Sir Ralph McCutts, Elise Hawbaker, Tara Marsgal, and Joe, a tortured poet. My goodness gracious, Rianne, thank you so much. Can we get some hype for Rianne? You remember Avengers Academy? I really liked it. Secretary of the Sea. Oh, you gotta shorten it to Sec C. Thank you so much, Shinies. Shinies, that reminds me, I gotta check something. Yeah, for anyone that's been hanging out for a little bit, Shinies is the one I was talking about that I used to play Minecraft with. Alright, nothing. You always wanted a Marvel game like DC Online? I would love that too. Frederick, good luck on the Ho-Oh. Did anybody ever play City of Heroes / City of Villains? I played those for a decent amount of time. DC Online I played quite a bit as well, but not as much as City of Heroes. With all those like MMORPG games like that, what usually happens is I'll create, I'll customize like a character and I'll do like an hour or two of the early game like missions and quests, and then I'll get bored, and then I'll go back and I'll create a new character with new abilities and classes and everything, and I'll play that for a couple hours and do the first handful of quests and missions, and then get bored, and go back and create another character. Yada 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 yada. Think they'll change their shinies? I don't. I don't. At least not significantly. There is a possibility. I'm not saying this will happen. I got no reason to think it will happen, but there is a possibility that, they could change the tint or the shade slightly. I know they've done that with some other ones. I mean, even actually with Gengar. Gengar Shiny in Gen 9 looks a little bit different from previous gens. I feel it's a little bit more noticeable. They also definitely did that with Banette. I used to think Banette had a terrible shiny, at least in Gen 6 through 8. And in Gen 9, I think Banette is a lot better. I played Contest of Champions several years ago. We're talking like 2015, 2016. Yeah, shiny Sableye and Emerald yesterday, and it's nowhere near as nice as the HD shiny. I don't even know what Sableye looked like back in Gen 3, shiny wise. You're working on a project. Nice. Good job, Shinies. I'm proud of you. Lele was Charizard in Gen 3. Yeah. From Gen 2 to Gen 3, there were quite a lot of shiny differences. Charizard, a lot of people talk about. You can also take a look at Sneasel, for example. I mean, heck, even just like the regular sprite. Um, Spinarak. Looks more rusty in the old games as the bright yellow we have now are gold. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that message, Shinies, I can make an assumption based off of what you sent me what the project is, but it wasn't very clear. I'm assuming the project is getting that. Although I thought you already had that. All right, Lele goes down. Here we go. 247 and 248. Do I think they'll do a Let's Go Johto game? At this point, oh, let me take a look at it. Okay, yep, I see it now. I don't know how I overlooked that. That's pretty cool, actually. Good job, Nicholas. Um, I would like for them to do a Let's Go Johto. I actually enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's how I got a majority of my Gen 1 shinies. I think Let's Go Johto would also be a fantastic way for me to hunt a lot of the unknown in Premier Balls. Dang it, no shiny. But I feel like if they were, it probably would have happened by now. Honestly. General Shiny's at your service. The name does roll off the tongue. And I think that's a... I mean, it has no relation as to why they wouldn't do the game, but I think it wouldn't end up be calling Let's Go Johto, right? I mean, unless they decide to get rid of version exclusives and just make one version of it. I mean, maybe they would. Maybe be like, Let's Go Johto Gold, Let's Go Johto Silver. I don't know. Or they're saving for the Switch too. I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. But if anyone tells you, okay, Nick, I totally blanked out. I don't know if you saw exactly where I hit reset on the game, exactly where I reset the game. But now that I've reset, now I'm in here. Now she's at the point she's saying, hey, give me some Dynite ore. All right, and oh, we don't have as much Dynite ore as I thought we did. All right, we should be able to do at least 43, 44 checks. You saw, you made sure to pay attention? Okay, good. Mewtwo, what's going on, buddy? If we run out of ore here, that means we're gonna be closing in on 300 checks, and we don't want that. Exactly, Anne-Marie, you got it. Yeah, Zen, I agree with that. They definitely have to make some upgrades from how Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee works. You know what's funny though? You know what's funny about I hear a lot of people complaining about not being able to use Pro controllers and stuff, and basically only having only being able to use the Joy-Cons. My first Switch was a Switch Lite. I bought it during COVID, and it was like impossible at that point to find a Switch. So it was really hard to find a Switch Lite even. But I started out with a Switch Lite, and I got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And because it's Switch Lite, like there are no Joy-Cons, like separate Joy-Cons. It's just built into the system, right? So, there was no like physical throwing. Like to play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like I had to use the controllers, which is funny because like that's what everyone was complaining about. It was like, oh, we can't use like controllers for this on the Switch, and it's all motion control and blah blah blah. But on the Switch Lite, there were no motion controls. It was just the controller. Oh, that's right. It is Mega Lucario Raid Day. No, that's right, Big Cheese. We don't want Sparta. John Streckert, how are you doing, buddy? Remember doing DAs in bed? I do too. Speaking of Switch Lite, I realized before a stream this morning that I gotta transfer over my Brilliant Diamond save file from my Switch Lite to the Switch OLED. Because the next hunt we're gonna do after this Lele is going to be the full odds shiny unknown hunt in BDSP. And I don't have any Brilliant Diamond save file info on the OLED. That Rabombi looks shiny? Yeah, just the lighting. Rabombi is my second favorite shiny of all time, though. Come on, now, Hefty. This is quite literally a skill issue. Get the Lele. I'm sorry, Sir Shicker. I'm sorry. I wish I could be as cool as you. I wish I could just have to deal with metric tons of crap every day. The unknowns are unknown, that's right. So who here remembers anything about Salatian ruins in BDSP where you find the unknowns? Anybody here a Salatian ruins expert? Because I did fire up Shining Pearl, go to Salatian ruins, and save my game in there this morning. Remember the Titans? That was a good movie. Um, do different rooms have different letters? The reason I ask is I found myself in a big room and I was like, okay, you know, this should be a good place to save. Like I ran around and did a couple of checks, and the back-to-back checks I did were both D. And something triggered my brain, was like, wait a second. I might be misremembering, but I think it's possible like different rooms have different letters. Razzie, am I even close? Friend rooms and then a question mark room. All right, so how do you unlock the other letters then? Do you unlock the other letters by catching one of each? It's been so long, I don't really remember how it works. The question mark and exclamation point room. What? Okay, so are you saying, Razzie, that those 8 unknown are the only unknown you can get in the game? Yes, that is true, Zen. He did create a whole election. They're all there. Okay, so I appreciate that, Razzie. Yeah, I don't know if by smaller rooms you mean like the rooms with the rocks. I didn't know that things could spawn in the rock rooms. Layla looks like she's wearing a paper hat. She probably is. That's how she rolls. Um, Code Mushroom Cap thing. Yeah, I mean, I think she's kind of like. Someone said last week that she's supposed to represent a butterfly, which I think is interesting. I always thought of her kind of like an egg or like a Russian nesting doll. Hallways have specific friend letters. So this might be a game changer. Razzie, are you saying that maybe I can isolate hunt a letter? At least certain letters? 8-bit Emerald, what's going on? But those are isolatable, you're saying, Razzie. So like I can't isolate any of the other 20, but those 8 I would be able to isolate. Okay, exclamation question marker together. Okay. So F, R, I, E, N, and D I could isolate. Well, then it makes sense. If that's the case, I think it makes the most sense I try and isolate either F or N first, since I don't have that at all. Today's the last day before you go to camp for a week and won't be able to come to streams at all. What? Emerald? That's okay. You're isolating R at the moment? Why? Razzie, I apologize. I genuinely need to apologize to you. I thought you were doing unknown hunts in Legends Arceus. No phone policy? That's probably for the best. You're doing both, but Papa needs a luxury ball unknown. I hear ya. I mean, that's why I'm going to be doing this. Daddy needs a Premier Ball unknown. Shicker, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Color swaps of each other. Yeah, I'm not very creative when it comes to character design. I'm also still salty that I don't have the option of being bald. Pikmin 4. I've never played a Pikmin game. Closest I've gotten is Smash Brothers. Randy, what's going on? You'd argue it's creative? Well, we'll go with that then. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you for picking me up when I'm down. Yeah, I think I might try and isolate F first. Give me a beard option if we get a bald option. I'll agree with that. Razzie, I'll sign your petition if you sign mine. Dang, Storms. They're serious about that, huh? You sign any paper placed in front of you. I am going to keep that in mind. That's a good bit of information to have. Mewtwo, we can do that. I need to cut my hair though. I need to shave my head. It's looking pretty bad right now. I was going to last weekend, but then I didn't because I didn't. There isn't a sign about the no phone policy. Shinies, I do. I'm pretty sure We had a whole conversation about that. Thank you, Mewtwo. You were in just 2 camps your whole life, and here in Hungary, camps are not like you have little shacks and you're a Boy Scouts. I've never done like a summer camp thing. All I know about camps is what I've seen in the movies. Nick, did you have sugar this morning? Here we go, 249 and 250. This has to be it, right? 2.5 times over odds. You don't even have Boy Scouts in Hungary? Yeah, I was never a Boy Scout. I was a Cub Scout. I was never a Boy Scout. Camp Nowhere. My favorite camp was Camp Anawana. Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me want to fart. It's I hope we never part. Get it right or pay the price. Mewtwo, absolutely. Not shiny. Camp Green Lake. Shinies, that's not very nice. Alright, 4 pieces. One of the camps you were in was a swimming camp where they taught you how to swim. The other was closer to an American camp. Okay. Yeah, we typically try to not get too deep into religious conversations in a Pokemon live stream, though. Just FYI. A lot of people all over the world watching from all different backgrounds and religions, so we don't want to get to a place where it seems like we're trying to tell people that they should believe one thing and not the other, because that's none of our business. But it's always nice to be told that you are loved and cared for. That is a nice feeling. You're hunting as you're watching. Christina, what are you watching? Storms, thank you so much. Okay, the small rock rooms are called side chambers, and they spawn all 20 that are not friend. Gotcha. But the big rooms each have individual letters, other than the room that has the exclamation point and the question mark. All right, cool. Main entrance has 0 spawns, but each hallway beneath that each have an individual letter. Gotcha. I'm assuming it goes in that order, too. That would make the most sense. Unlocked by the... Okay, yep. I know exactly what we were talking about, Razzie. Okay, perfect. So we only have to go to the basement level 2 to get the F. This is good news. This is good news. I didn't realize you can isolate hunt certain letters. That's fantastic. Razzie. Razalicious. You're a brilliant man. You are a brilliant man. That is what we should do. That way we can see who wins, F or N. That's a brilliant idea. And that way I can squeeze out another hunt with this overlay. Because let's be honest, this overlay right now makes absolutely no sense for this hunt. Hill hunting hefty is my favorite form of hefty. It's my final form. Actually, that's not true. There was one time where I don't know what the word is. I 10 times hunted. What's that word? What's the adjective for 10? You got like double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple, septuple, octuple, non-tuple, deca. Thank you, Keith, and good morning, Keith, my good friend. I have decatuple hunted. Decatuple hunted? That doesn't sound like a sentence at all, but I said it. I should have known that because of the months. Because of the months. I had that. I was at work one day a few years ago. I must have been at least 40, 41 years old when this occurred to me. I was doing some paperwork by month, and I realized September is like sept like 7, October is oct like 8, November is no like 9, and December is deca like 10. And I was like, oh my god, does anyone know this? Have I stumbled across a secret? And found out that, yeah, originally January and February weren't a thing. Back at some point, January and February weren't a thing. So, yeah, September was the 7th month, October was the 8th month, November was the 9th month, and December was the 10th month. What words can I currently spell with my shiny unknowns? That's a good question. I'm going to have to look into that. Who made this change? I mean, who's to say? Probably Hillary Rodham Clinton. Well, HRC. Like, I knew July was named after Julius Caesar, and I knew that August was named after Augustus Caesar. But I didn't know about the September through December. Hold on a second. So what letters am I missing? If I can see which letters I'm missing, I can tell you a word that I can spell with what I have. What was named after Little Caesar? Pizza joint down the street. All right, CFGJKLMNUY. I can spell rare. Well, I can't spell rare because that would take 2 words. I can spell rate. I can spell tear. I can spell deer. I can spell red. I can spell zebra. I can also throw an exclamation point on that zebra and make it sound like I'm angrily yelling zebra. I'm pretty sure that's all the words. I don't think there's any words other than the ones I just said. Bear. Bear exclamation point. I can spell the bear. Zebra. I can spell who. I can spell how. I can spell WTH. I got a Q, but without that U, I can't really do anything with it. I can spell word. This is a fun game. All right, 251, 252. Thank you for the shiny luck, Razzie. This has to come today. We're like 40 checks over my longest previous Dynamax adventure. Thankfully, this one. You know what, though? Like, all things considered, if I had to go my longest hunt on a Dynamax adventure, I'm happy as Tapu Lele and not some, like, Solgaleo or Zygarde. Because this isn't too bad. Not shiny. Gosh dang it. Like Razzie with Theramosa, that was a pretty easy one too, right? The only issue was just the time, like the number of checks, but like the actual Dynamax adventures were pretty easy, weren't they? Especially if you had a Talonflame. Yeah, super easy. I mean, yeah, she's not that strong. One controller is like the slightest bit wobbly and it drives me nuts. The other one is completely stable. The other one wobbles a little bit. I don't know why. I wish it wasn't. Thank you all for hanging out with me today and being a part of my morning. If you haven't already clicked that like button, I would appreciate it if you thought about maybe doing that. Good morning, Plays. Storms, you're welcome, buddy. How would I rate it? I would rate it on the same level as Spider-Man No Way Home. Not quite on the level of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But above everything else. Also, let's talk about trailers for a minute. There were a lot of trailers. There's 24 minutes of trailers during the movie last night. Plays, thank you for the 13 months of membership. Over a year. Well over a year at this point. Time does fly. Thank you so much, Plays. Let's get some hype for Plays. There are 24 minutes of trailers. Some of them I had already seen. Even some here on YouTube. There were some that I had not seen. I think one guy summed it up best. First off, the audience that I saw the movie with was like robots during all the trailers. Like not any sort of reaction during any one of the trailers we saw. Until we saw the Gladiator 2 trailer. At the end of the Gladiator 2 trailer, when it ended, and it was silent for a second before the next trailer started up, one guy towards the front said, "Yeah, no." And then some people laughed. I know this isn't a new thing. It's been this way in Hollywood for quite a long time, but can we please stop making pointless sequels to good movies? Like, there are some movies that don't need sequels. And it seems like, especially this year, there's so many of them. Smile. It Follows. I'll accept Beetlejuice 2. Or Beetlejuice, because that looks really good. And I love Beetlejuice. But, like, I don't know. There's some movies that just don't need sequels. Now, yeah, geez, once the actual movie started, it was fairly lively. Not super lively, but fairly lively. A lot of people laughing at the same time and stuff like that. Joker, that's another... Don't get me started on Joker. Just don't get me started on Joker. Yeah, exactly. More original movies. That's what we need. We got the Paralyzed, that's good. Jerry, not so. Good morning, buddy. How are you? And go Looper. Look at this. Two back-to-back legends coming in at the same time. Hope you're both doing well. Can't talk bad about Gladiator 2 because Pedro Pascal. You know what? I love Pedro Pascal. I thought he was fantastic in Game of Thrones. I thought he was fantastic in Narcos. But there does seem to be this aura of if Pedro's involved in a project, it gets like critical acclaim, which is kind of weird. Like, I've never seen a project he's been in that people talk critically about. Next time we go through this, I'm gonna need someone's help to figure out what that normal type Pokemon on the left is. I'm not saying we should go that path. I'm just curious what it is. I can't make up the silhouette, and it does have items. The cage. I heard great things about that cheese. The unbearable weight of talent. I heard that was fantastic. I haven't seen it, but I heard it was fantastic. Oh, get out of here, Zen. You know what, Zen? You and I have had such a great friendship lately. We've been the best of friends, and then all of a sudden you start bringing up that nonsense again. Remember going to see that Migration movie when it came out? Your brother was questioning you why you go see that movie. Say pointless sequel, so you wanted to support an original movie, and it was great. Nice. Yeah, always good to support original movies if they're good. Yeah, Nick Cage is an enigma cheese. I don't think Nick Cage has ever done like a middle of the road movie. I think Nick Cage's movies have all ever been really, really genuinely good or hot garbage. There's no chill. It's just one extreme or the other. It's either like movies that like win all the awards and get nominated for tons of stuff. Oh, it was Buffalon? Thank you, Razzie. That, if I remember correctly, that does have a steel move, doesn't it? Have like Iron Head or something like that, or Smart Strike? You have a joke but you can't say it here? Alright, I'll keep an eye out for that DM. Smart Strike. Thank you, Razzie. Razzie didn't want to buy a vowel. Exactly, Cheese. Cheese, that's exactly it. So I know that Amber and Big Cheese are watching the Olympics. Anybody else watching them? You are so smart. SMRT. Couldn't let that slide? Nope, I absolutely could not. Almost 100% done with the second area in Pikmin 4. Nice. I think I might play some more Luigi's Mansion today. I finished the second area. Some of those puzzles are tricky in Luigi's Mansion. I'm not gonna lie, I think twice I've had to get on GameFAQs and figure out where I need to go next. A Rayman movie with Billy West. Oh, I like Rayman. I like Billy West. I didn't know there was an animated series, so I didn't know that Billy West voiced him in the animated series. Billy West is really cool, though. National pride is important, and being up to date on where the country stands is important. I mean, I could totally just spend 5 seconds on Google and pull up the current standings to find out. Andrea 100%ed it. Pretty much the only non-Zelda game she's played in the last 10 years. Dang. All right, here we go. Wait, did I already hit the... Did I already... Yeah, I already increased the counter. Intelligence, thank you for the shiny luck. So here we go, 253, 254. Actual game without any of those stupid rabbits like back in the day. Does anyone think that Minions were a ripoff of the Rabbids? 4-part series getting canceled pretty quick, and Billy West gave Rayman a New York accent. Interesting. Not shiny, dang it. You're here now and I'm not on break. That's right, Chem Nation. I am not on break. Good morning. You know what, Shinies? It's funny reading those messages with the delay. Can't tell which one's more annoying, the Rabbids or the Minions. There was a really funny line in Deadpool that referenced Minions. It's like the first day of a 2-day con, people watch it intently, but then on day 2, it's kind of like, let's put around because we paid for the ticket. Yeah, except the Olympics are what, like 2 weeks? I fell over. So, Chem Nation, we lost the God Path we have been doing because the bottom switch ran out of Dynite ore. But on our first attempt on the top switch, we found another God Path. That's pretty neat. Although, you know, it's Lele. It's not going to be hard to find a good path, right? Sad that the Rabs got a full series while Rayman got a 4-point that was canceled very... 4-part that was canceled very fast. That is sad. Pretty sweet. It is. It is pretty sweet. At least Lele isn't too bad. It's not. It really isn't. I was starting to get a little bit stressed the last couple streams because I knew that we were going to run out of Dynite ore. But now that we got this new path that works really well too, and we can run like another 45 Dynamax adventures, I'm not too worried. This is pretty chill. I tried this morning before stream to make a black Psyduck face to go over the bottom Tapu Lele's face. But Tapu Lele moves around way too much, and the Psyduck face barely moves around. It just looked terrible. But I tried. And that's what's important. If they went with the original Rayman 4 and not with Rayman's Raving Rabbids, think Rayman would still be going? That would have been cool. Get the Lele quick? I hope so. I mean, quick's a relative term. I've already checked 254 of them. That Dracloak can be an issue sometimes. Dracloak or Dracloak? Why do I ask? Why do I ask pronunciations? Gonna be Lurkin. Thank you so much, McTelligence. Probably another 120 raids or so. Thanks, Jerry. That's awesome. Thanks for saying that. Super quick. Yep. Actually, I'm a big dum-dum. We're dual hunting this. So we're actually going to get closer to 350 instead of 300 um, before we run out of Dynite ore. Are we allowed to discuss many politics here? You're allowed to discuss many politics. You're not allowed to discuss singular politics. So if you're going to say something about politics, that means you need to talk about multiple political systems in the same message. If you talk about one political system, it will get deleted. Just thanks to Nintendo that Rayman is that, since they requested for Rayman 4 to be made into Raving Rabbids. I did when the Wii came out. I can't remember if it was. No, I think it was a standalone game. There was a Rabbids game. There was like a whole bunch of like mini games. And you like I remember specifically there was like this one section that you're like on a minecart or something, and you gotta shoot plungers at the rabbits. I did play that. That was fun, but I wouldn't call it a franchise. Rendelson with the 9 months. You see a shiny Lele coming. I hope you're right. Big Cheese is smart. He called them poly world ticks. Big Cheese is a very smart individual. That's Rayman Raving Rabbits? Okay, then that's the one. That's the one. I did play that game. There were some parts of it I enjoyed, but it was kind of like one of those games you play for like an hour and like, that was fun, and then you put it down and never pick it up again. I definitely wouldn't call it a Rayman game, though. I mean, I guess you play as Rayman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was years ago. I just remember shooting plungers at their faces. Only nice politics in chat. Politics about the city in France. It's funny you mentioned that, because I saw some things yesterday morning that were going on in France that I wasn't too happy about. You love the Rabbids games; they were dumb fun. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a kind of like a Mario Party game or like a WarioWare type of game, just something like would be fun to like have some friends over and play together, but not necessarily something that like I would invest a lot of time into. Ubisoft did Rayman dirty. Well, I still want to know where the heck his arms and legs are. What happened to his arms and legs? Played Rayman Redemption, a Rayman 1 fan remake, Rayman Origins, and Rayman Legends. Yeah, I played one of them on, I think it was the Game Boy Advance. I don't know which one it was. That was pretty fun. It's a fun little platformer series. Some parts that were definitely difficult. Rayman was never the same after the war. What is this about polymer covered ticks? They're pretty bad this year, Cam. I've been reading that it's once every 20 years there's a huge infestation of polymer covered ticks in the Southwest, and it's pretty nasty this year. It's actually explained in game. I didn't know that. What's the explanation? Am I wearing a NASA shirt? Close. Wearing a Save Ferris shirt. Pretty much the same thing. Yeah, very close. Pretty much identical. And someone eventually is going to ask in the chat, Hefty, is that because you like the movie or the band? And the answer is yes. They didn't have enough looms when they made him. Ah, that would explain it. You weren't expecting a torso reveal so soon. Well, you know what, Jerry? I think we've reached that point in our relationship where I can give you a little peek at the torso. Giratina, girlfriend, good morning. Ah, you're welcome, Jerry. All right, here we go. Back to the Tapu Lele. These are going pretty quick, which is nice. We started at 240. We've already done 14 checks. You've seen the total. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Don't phrase it that way. People are going to get the wrong idea. Tyler Shanks. I'm doing well, thank you. Enjoy that Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Attached to a lawnmower. I need to mow this weekend badly. I didn't get a chance to last weekend. In between birthday celebrations, community days, and thunderstorms, I did not get to mow. Your mower's coming today or tomorrow. What type of mower did you get? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, you pay somebody to do it. I need to do that. Uh, Easier to draw. Okay, that makes sense, Coles. That does make a lot of sense. We should take him out this turn. Oh, come on. Here we go. Finish it off. BRB? I'm about to BRB myself. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Boom, done. Thank you so much for the shiny luck and the pollen, Trazzy. Had this entire man pride thing about doing the lawn and master my domain and all that bull. When you slide down a hill and the mower chases you, forget that pride. That's right. Yes, Jerry, it is. It is. Because, it is. Alright, 255, 256. Will this be the shiny? Chem Nation, are you still here? If you're not here, just let me know. You're here, don't worry. Good. I feel better now. Not shiny. Alright, I am gonna go on a quick break. Are we the Dice Art universe? That's adorable, Amber. I am going to go on a short break. Please feel free to hang out, chit chat, whatever, or take off. You know, it's your life. Chem Nation's going to be in charge while I'm gone. This will be interesting. Enjoy, or good luck. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey everybody, I'm back. Stoplight, red shirt, Chem's face. American flag tomatoes. Things that are red? Red food coloring. Things that are red. Red nail polish, blood. Things that are red. Things that are red. Did I win? Shiny Skorupi, Magikarp, Lunala. Miles face or Hefty's face when Miles beats him in Mario Party. Okay, the answer is definitely things that are red. I don't know how to say this nicely. Guys, I'm a little disappointed in you today. I'm a little disappointed in you. For those of you that have been around for a while, you guys know that I usually don't have YouTube Studio up on my computer because I don't want my personality or my mood affected by the number of people that are in stream, things like that. I don't want to get too focused on the analytics. But I did just see that we are at 30 something likes and no one has given me a new like goal yet. What even is that? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Thank you, Amber. Amber was the first one I saw. But thank you, Kim. Thank you, Storms. Actually, Kim, I think yours was a joke. You are a pretty funny guy. Thank you, Coles. My grandma said the same thing about being disappointed, and here we are. Here we are. All right, let's do this. What do you guys think? Are we going to get this today? Are we going to get the shiny Lele today and end this hunt for once and forever? No, says Big Cheese. I appreciate your honesty. Yes, says Landon. I appreciate your optimism. Do I own a socket set? And if so, what size drive is it? I do own a socket set. That's as much information as I can give you. Can I tell that you like Rayman? I can. Shiny Party Hat Bulbasaur, what's going on? You have a 1/2 and a 3/4? Nice. Yeah, I have the socket set where I grab the sockets one by one and try them out until I find the one that fits. Three-quarters isn't even a standard size. Oh my gosh. You get them, Ken. You're in trouble now, Cheese. Alright, I have to go get fitted for this tux today. Oh, thank God. I'm looking at the message and he says, let's shoot for August 1st for the initial fitting to give everyone enough time. So I'm not even late. I'm so happy. Uh, Surprised it didn't do what Kem did, which was change the emotes and the thing that people choose from. For example, the heart. I didn't know that was a thing. I assume you're talking about the little pop-up thing in the bottom right corner of the chat. I didn't know you could change that. That must be a new feature. Thank you guys for the hearts, though. Yeah, initial fitting for a tux for the wedding I'm in September. I thought I was doing this like really late, and now I see that this is actually perfect timing. Here's the issue. This is why I keep putting this off, or at least one of the reasons why I keep putting this off. This happens every time I'm in a wedding. Everyone always gets the tuxes from Men's Warehouse, which is understandable. It's a national chain, pretty well known, pretty common to use for wedding tuxes. However, the closest Men's Warehouse to me is an hour and a half away. So typically what I have to do is I have to go to the local shop, which is like a mom and pop owned shop, go in there and embarrassingly say, hey, I'm going to be in a wedding. I need to get fitted for a tux. They're not getting them through you, but I need you to give me a fitting. And I know what you're saying. Well, Hefty, that's one of the services they provide. You shouldn't feel bad. It's, it's another part of their job, which is true. But the local place also doesn't charge for fittings. And so I just feel very uncomfortable going in there and being like, hey, take time out of your day to do a fitting for me for no money. What's my stream schedule? It's typically Saturday and Sunday mornings starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. Occasionally there will be other streams sprinkled throughout the week, but those are the two that you can always bet on. Yeah, Ralph, you can thank Rianne for that. Rianne Andry, another amazing content creator, gifted 5 memberships early. Yeah, so I mean, I might buy a shirt or something today. Leave a tip. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Burger, what's going on? Yeah, but Razzie, I don't want to drive an hour and a half to Men's Warehouse to get fitted. That's gonna be 3 hours in the car for like a 10-minute thing. You're playing Super Mario Wonder for the first time. It's so fun. I really liked it, Phantom. I think it gets a bad rap. I think like I do think that Super Mario Wonder was not the most robust game, but I really liked it. I know probably the biggest complaint I saw about that game was that people felt it was short. Now, also keep in mind, I'm an old dude. I remember when video games usually took the majority of an afternoon to beat. I mean, I remember when Final Fantasy VII came out, that was a huge deal because it's like, oh my gosh, this game takes days to finish. Chem Nation. That's exactly what I'm saying. Not even look at the manga he's reading. What do you mean he's not looking at it? Fernando, unfortunately, I am not. I'm not doing Dynamax Adventures with viewers today. We are way, way, way over odds on this hunt, and so I'm dual hunting it to increase my chances. Unfortunately, but in future streams, we'll probably do some viewer-included Dynamax Adventures again. Thank you, Zen. Is he really not looking at the manga? I always thought he was. Yeah, he is. His eyes are looking down at it. 40 likes. Thank you guys so much. They're definitely going to give you an inaccurate rating. Your sleeves and pant legs are going to be 3 inches too short. Cam, you're 3 inches too short. Thank you to the new sub. Also, I don't know who that was. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Always nice to get a new member of the family. Smirk emoji. Unfortunately, you were correct. Poor Ken. To give you guys an update on my off-stream activities, we are now into week 3 of trying to get a white stripe basculin outbreak. One eye looks up. I've never noticed that before, and I'm very upset you said that, because now all I see is a Poliwhirl with a lazy eye. I've had that PFP for 2.5 years. I've never noticed that. You're picturing a wedding party looking all nice, and there's Hefty standing there in flood pants. It's exactly how it's going to be. Guess what Chem Nation's Tinder profile would have said in a single day is, "Joke's on you, Shinies. Tinder didn't even exist when Chem was single." The internet was still a brand new thing. Everyone was rocking Netscape and building their own personal web pages on GeoCities. All right, here we go. 257, 258. New event Tatsugiri going on right now? Yes, yes. For those of you that aren't aware, in Scarlet and Violet right now, if you connect to the internet, there is an event going on. You can do mass outbreaks of each of the 3 Tatsugiri forms, and there is a 7-star Mastery Mark Don Dozo raid, which apparently is soloable. I don't know what the strategy is. Thank you so much for the shiny luck, Razzie. Good luck, Frederick. You bringed luck, just not good luck. But you did bring the luck. I'm making my call. I'm making my call for the day, which is something that I do every stream. As you guys know, I'm pretty famous for it, where 1 check per stream, I call it and say this is going to be the shiny. And I'm saying that this Dynamax Adventure will have the shiny. Nothing here either, Frederick. Been single approximately 45% of your life, not including womb time. Yeah, Coles, you just completely ruined it for me. Favorite shiny Pokemon? Stuffle. My favorite shiny Pokemon is Stuffle. Ah, Coles, I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. I've just never noticed it before. Was it the womb time part, Cheese? Central Standard womb time or just Central womb time? Wow, Jerry, that's good. That's good. Math plus cringe statement. Math plus cringe statement. That, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Greetings, Villy. How are you, my dear? I hope you had a fantabulous week. Just getting the tangles out of your hair. Good. I'm doing pretty alright, Villy. I'm wondering if this Tapu Lele is ever going to show up, but, you know, this is a chill hunt. It's just, you know, a time suck at this point, but it's not tough. Went to see Deadpool and Wolverine last night, which I enjoyed. And just finished my second cup of coffee. What kind of banks are in America? Oh, there's all sorts of banks. All sorts of banks. MasterCard is like a credit card company. Actually, I guess you can have debit cards that are MasterCard too, can't you? K&H, I'm not familiar with K&H. Love to see a Sylveon emote. Definitely your favorite evolution. Yeah, that is the shiny Sylveon, the shiny luck Sylveon emote. Specifically dedicated to our good friend and moderator, Dark Moon Sylveon. It will shine when you least expect it, and when you get the reward, it'll be worth it. Amex, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, the major four. I mean, I could just be completely oblivious. Are those considered banks? American Express, MasterCard, Visa, and Discover, are they considered banks? Okay, cardholders, yeah. What about Diners Club, Big Cheese? Just lure the Tapu towards you and you'll pour this bucket of black paint on her. Alright, that's a deal, Villy. I like that. Thank you for being helpful. Bank of America, City, Chase. Yeah, that sounds about right. My bank was bought, or my bank bought out my previous bank, which bought out my previous bank, which I think originally was a local bank. Now I think I have a national bank because it has the term national bank in its name, but I'm not positive. My previous bank was based in Spain. I technically never. Well, that's the beautiful thing. They kept buying out the banks, but they never changed the account number, which was nice. All they gets changed is the routing number. Laundering money. I mean, I'm not. They are. Yeah, Kem, that's awesome. I'm glad that the interest rate dropped by 0.25%. For good things about credit unions, I have too. I have a lot of friends that belong to credit unions, and they do say good things about that. J Nation. My goodness, you too. You're like a married couple. Anyone else disappointed they didn't get invited to the Chem Nation Big Cheese Thrifts wedding? Must have been a while ago because they argue like they've been married a long time. 258, that's a hefty number. Shiny 037, you're absolutely right about that. Thankfully, this path isn't bad. You weren't even notified it was happening, right? Am I off for the Diners Club card when I set my AARP account? You know, that's funny, and Big Cheese knows this, but I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it was some sort of clerical error or if somebody pranked me way back in the day, but since I have been in my since my early 20s. So we're talking over 20 years now. I constantly get mail, like physical mail from AARP asking me to sign up. AARP is convinced I'm 60-something years old. Oh, that is true, Jerry. Did I file my concrete ledgers in my new house basement? Yes. Yes, I did. I actually feel like this path goes quicker than the previous path. Because I think I think it was the Dunsparce in the last path. I think took a little bit of time to beat. You don't check your notifications on YouTube. You're at 785 and waiting for 1,000. Wow. Yeah, I typically don't have notifications turned on. I know I shouldn't say that. I know I should tell all of you to make sure that you click that notification bell so that you are notified every time I go live. But honestly, I don't turn on notifications. But I do know that the majority of the people that I watch on a regular basis have kind of a set schedule, so I just know typically when they go live. The other thing is, I do have notifications turned on in Discord. So for those of my friends that don't have a standard schedule, I usually get that Discord notification when they go live. And I just kind of leave it at that. I don't bother with the YouTube ones, honestly. Oh, absolutely. Mrs. Nation is 100% a wonderful person and a saint. Shiny 260. That's what I'm hoping. I called it. I called this to be the shiny check. So 259, 260. I'll be happy. You know she's great with kids. She has 3. This is true. Down goes right on. Is that my second life? Yep. Okay. Uh, 258 was both screen. Well, we're doing 2 checks. We're doing 2 checks. So after this one gets knocked out, the top screen will be the 259th. The bottom screen will be the 260th. I know it's a little confusing with the 2 different counters saying the same number, but I just like the symmetry. All right, here we go. 259, 260. Thank you for the luck. Louis Rubimon, what's up? Welcome in. Yeah, thank you, Frederick. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Razzie. Razzie, you did luck. You lucked all over the screen. Oh, you thought 260 for each, so you thought that I was at 520 total checks? No. Could you imagine going over 500 checks on a Dynamax adventure? That'd be terrible. Am I sure it's not shiny locked? I'm not positive. Love Lele's man's disrespectful, isn't it? That's... I can't do accents. Mad disrespectful. Yes, mad disrespectful. Disrespect. Disrespect. Pattern. Pattern of disrespect. My friend Disre. I can't remember how it goes. Pepperoni Tony. You're hunting shiny Tatsugiri? Good luck on that, Louie. Do you know which form you're going for, or are you going for any of them? The answer says shiny Tapu deities and Zygarde were distributed through events. The ones you encounter through regular gameplay are indeed shiny locked. I think you're talking about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Or any of the Gen 7 games, actually. Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. All joking aside, in Sword and Shield, in the Dynamax Adventures in the Crown Tundra, the Tapu Leles are not shiny locked. You can get them shiny. Going for the pink one. Good luck on that, Louie. That's the one that turns white, right? That's definitely the best out of the 3. You were talking about Gen 7. No worries. By the way, just PSA. It has been over, or just about 7 years now. No, over 7 years. It's been almost 8 years now Cerebi.net still does not have Zygarde listed under the shiny locked Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Almost 8 years now, it still does not say it is shiny locked in Sun and Moon. FYI. You should catch shiny Alolan Raichu today? Do it. Do it, Kim. It'll be a really fun 5 minutes. Yeah, last weekend I was like, you know what? I don't need it, but everyone's having a lot of fun hunting for the shiny Alolan Raichu in Scarlet and Violet. I should do it. So I fired it up, downloaded the event, and I got myself a shiny Alolan Raichu, a shiny Cantonian Raichu, a Pikachu, and a Pichu. For all 4, it took under 2 hours, and I didn't use any sandwiches. Oh, Coles, I absolutely would have too. Yeah, if you already downloaded the Alolan Raichu event, you can still play it as long as you don't connect to the internet. If you do connect to the internet, it will get replaced with the Tatsugiri and Dondozo ones. But if you have it downloaded already, just don't connect to the internet. You can hold on to those events for as long as you want. I had the what was it? The Horsey, Lotad, and Finizen event. I had that for like almost a month. Farfetched Radar until the champ breaks. Good luck, Razzie. Oh my gosh, I just saw that we went up a sub and down a sub. Someone must have accidentally misclicked that sub button. Quickly took it back. Rare Mark Chocolate Bunny, you have Rare Mark for Alolan Raichu, so it would match. Nice. Yeah, all 4 I got last weekend. None of them had a mark. Fart, etc. HD. Chem Nation, everybody. Farf, etc. HD. Classic Chem. Chem and his fart jokes. What do I do with this information? Oh, Razzie. I love that so much. I could say that to about 90% of the people that talk in someone's chat. Tan almost everywhere. Jan almost everywhere. Who is this girl Ryan he seems to be in love with? Shiny sent me wedding pictures and I can confirm he was wearing a tan suit. Wasn't a suit. That was all shinies. Did you like? I know Asan did. Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you for the reminder. Oh my god, that's a woman's suit. No, it's not. Look, it's made by Mysterious. Mysterious. That's like that's the whole thing. Just that's a Tapu Lele and Poke Rogue, so you're taking that as a good omen for you. Did you steal my shiny Tapu Lele? Shiny 037, did you just steal it away from me? How dare. No? Okay, good. Thank you for the Kirklork Storms. It's a mystery why the buttons are on the wrong side. Exactly. Nice hit. Nice hit. Oh, I'm gonna get it soon. I hope so. I hope so, Shiny. I'm looking forward to moving on to the next hunt. After we get the Tapu Lele, we're going to be going to everyone's favorite Pokemon game, BDSP. And we will be doing a full odds shiny unknown hunt. We'll see what shines first, F or N. Razzie doing his best Ric Flair impression. Not BDSP, yes. There are 2 hunts I have left to do in BDSP. The Unknown Hunt and the Trophy Garden Poke Radar Cast Form Hunt. That's kind of ironic if you think about if. The fact that what shines first is an effing unknown. Yep. What about L or L because of how bad the games are? Unfortunately, I can't isolate hunt L. What's up, JJ? Got him. You just like BDSP, but Dialga, Arceus, and Giratina made you hate it going over odds on all those hunts. That's just unfortunate. That's just terrible. You have misplaced every one of your Switch games. Every single one of them. Is it that you misplaced the Switch games, or did you misplace the Switch? If I save and keep the David Trophy Garden, Outbreak, and BDSP, will that keep it saved? Razzie, I need to research that and remind myself how that works. I know that if you mess with the date, it locks you out of the timed events, and what I mean by that is like I'm pretty sure like if you change the date, it won't change the daily spawn, and it won't change the trophy garden spawn, which in this case would be a good thing. But I need to check on that and make sure, because I mean if it's something as simple as once I get the cast form, then as long as I change the time once, then I'm locked into the cast form. I'd actually be able to use that punishment as an advantage. How do you get battle form or whatever the Zacian form is with Scarlet and Violet? Louis Rubimon, I think all those types of items like the Rusty Shield, Rusty Sword, Gracious Orb, etc., any items that will change the form of legendaries, you have a chance of getting at the auction house. It's not guaranteed. You might have to do many auctions, or you might have to check over several days, but I'm pretty sure those are in the auction house. Like to the cast form too, that's a good shout. Yeah, Razzie, because other than getting lucky with an SOS hunt in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon with the inclement weather, I think it's the only way you and I are ever going to get a cast form in a luxury or premier ball. Today is the day for the Lele. Gina Bina, I hope you're right. You got a Tatsugiri? Good job. Dang, no shiny. Not even one shiny. Good to see you, Gina Bina. You forgot false swipe. Uh-oh. Good thing you can just save in front of the shiny. And then if you forgot false swipe, you can just run away, change your team, and get back into the battle. Gina Bina, this is the last shiny huntable shiny Pokemon I need at this time for my living dex. There are still about 38 Pokemon I need to rehunt in Premier Balls to complete my Premier Dex as much as I can. But as far as just having a shiny Pokemon, this is the last one. I never would have thought, if you would have said to me 4 years ago, Hefty, you are going to be able to get every single shiny huntable Pokemon in 4 years, and the last one you will get will be Tapu Lele, I would have said, why would that be? That's silly. Why wouldn't it be something more epic? Oh, the Magearna? No, I already have the Magearna. Like, I have a non-shiny living dex in home. I've had that for quite a while. So yeah, I already do have the original color Magearna. But this is the last shiny I need. Or are you saying that you're on the road? I'm so sick of getting spam texts about politics. God, they're bad this year. It's still here and you have false swipe? Nice, let's go. Oh, shiny, I do, but it's a different phone number each time. Because they spoof numbers. It doesn't come from the same number. I don't know how it's legal. It probably isn't legal. Do I remember my first shiny ever? I do. I do. It's actually kind of a sad story, Gina. My first shiny ever was a shiny Unknown Sea, which I got in either Fire Red or Leaf Green. I can't remember which game. And I was very excited about it, but I was a little disappointed that of all the shiny Pokemon out there, I got an Unknown. Wait till them spoof local number. JJ, they've been spoofing local numbers for years. I don't know what you're talking about. Spoofing local numbers has been a thing for years. So I got on GameFAQs and I traded my shiny Unknown Sea for a shiny Zubat because I really wanted to get a shiny Zubat. over the years, I've gotten about 1 billion shiny Zubats. I still have never reclaimed that shiny Unknown Sea. Last obtainable shiny that I need, not counting Manaphy and Jirachi, yes. You got 19% light sleep, 33% REM sleep, 48% deep sleep. Okay. Something you never had or seen. Yeah, I currently have 17 shiny unknowns. But I'm still missing that C. Got a dash. All right, Zen. Have a great day, buddy. We'll be talking later. You sleep well without melatonin or Ollie after 2 days of Ollie. So you are or are not taking Ollie? You have the shiny and Premier Ball? Nice. Gotta go? Alright, Bean. Have a great day, bud. So you took it for 2 days and then you didn't take it for a day. Okay. Yeah, I've never felt the need to take any sort of sleep aid. I don't plan on it. Maybe Gina, if I get lucky, if I come across a raid that people are doing, I might. But typically, there's not a lot of people in my local area that do raids, so it's really hit or miss. But I mean, it would be pretty cool. I still think I don't have any Lucarios or Riolus, like at all. Before save on foods, Bilo pretty much ruined your sleep. So, are you sleeping better because it's now save on foods, or are you sleeping better because you're taking sleep aids? Yep, I don't have a Riolu or a Lucario. Both. Okay. You're on your way to meet your raid group. We grind in person. Very thankful for them. You're lucky. You're lucky. That's awesome. I wish I had a in real life group like that. Low electrical hum of your house has affected your sleep. Stop sleeping next to the fridge. Yeah, I don't know. I go to bed when I'm tired, and I wake up when I'm ready to wake up. They absorbed you into their hive mind? That's awesome. Stop trying to de-streamline my logistics of snacking. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Plan on finishing the sandwich and going to get the rusted sword. All right, Louie. I'm sorry, Louie. I combined Louie and Ruby instead of Luby. Which was entirely on purpose. It is now my very cool nickname for you. Unfortunate. Here we go. Check 263 and 264. Luby, that's quite a nickname, right? 57% deep sleep for Chem Nation. Boy, we are sure just throwing out a whole bunch of percentages for things that don't matter today. Everyone should get a nickname just to be fair? Nah. To be fair, you're not a deep sleeper. However, your deep sleep is higher than the average person's. No shiny. Average person has 15 to 25% deep sleep per night. You are averaging a lot higher than that. It's higher than it normally is these days, so I guess you'd say you are a deep sleeper. The chain continues. Oh, you know. Okay, because that's the opposite of what you just said. See, here's my thing about all this stuff. What does it matter? To quote my good friend Razzie, what do I do with this information? Doesn't matter what it matters. You like random facts. Okay. Razzie, how high do you think I can get this chain? Now imagine there was some built-in mechanic that like every time you reset your god path, it actually decreases the shiny odds. I'm gonna stop at 20. What are the odds at 20? You legit think it's a thing? I mean, they already know we're doing it, right? They penalize us already by taking our Dynite ore. I'm not saying it is a thing, but it certainly could have been a thing. Good morning, Cap. You're also playing Sword? Oh, are you playing? Are you like the game? Are you shiny hunting? What you doing? 1820. That's not bad. It's not bad. How many repels you got? Plenty. You're just fiddling around. You got a Pokemon from Curry. Oh, I've never gotten a Curry Pokemon. I'm not even talking shiny. I'm talking just regular. I've never had a Pokemon show up from making Curry. To be fair, I haven't made it a priority. But, I mean, I've definitely made a lot of Curry over the years. Never had a Pokemon show up. When I first heard about curry hunting, it was on YouTube after I started being a content creator, and I had no idea what people were talking about when they said they were curry hunting. Chain broke. Gosh dang it, Brazzy. You know, the good thing, I don't want to say the good thing. It's always frustrating when chain breaks. But if you're going for 20, having a chain break on the way to 20 is frustrating, but it's not life destroying. You know what I mean? Having a chain break at like 38 or 39, that will make you just go out in the middle of the street and cry for a day. Um, it's definitely frustrating, but I think it's a lot easier to get back up to 20 than recover from a 38 or 39. Curry hunting, easy find. It's like 8/10 of a mile away. That Indian restaurant, nice. Yeah, Raz, I'm not saying that to like um, belittle how you're feeling, although it's certainly coming off that way. That's not my intention. It's what's happening. It's just not my intention. Therefore, you can't be mad at me. Um, but that's how I try and look at it. If a chain breaks early on, I'm like, okay, at least it broke early on, you know. I don't know if Chem Nation's still here. He's kind of like the math queen. Um, I think we might be at a point where it's more likely that we're going to hit 300 checks than get the shiny before that. "36 checks. I think it's more likely that we'll hit 300. Anyone watching the Olympics? I know a few people in chat are. I might watch some later this weekend. Is the volleyball match over? Did Cuba beat the U.S.? Flexa have a shiny spin done home. What's up with that? You're not in the loop. So, unless they fix the issue, and I'm just not aware of it, you cannot transfer Spinda from BDSP into home. And I don't believe you can transfer Spinda out of home. Which means the only way you can have a shiny Spinda in home is to transfer it up from the 3DS. 70% chance that we're going to hit 300. Airy, hello. Anyone know if they fixed that, or is that still a thing? Is there still that issue that you can't transfer Spinda out of home and you can't transfer Spinda in from BDSP? I know that when they first released home compatibility with BDSP and Arceus, that was an issue. And I know that even after they made some updates to home, that was still an issue, but I don't know if they ever resolved it. Catch a Mon from Wild Area Raid, does it show as shiny when you check? In a Wild Area Raid, it will show as shiny as soon as you start the raid. You don't have to wait until the end. It will sparkle as soon as you start the battle. In Dynamax Adventures, you have to wait till the end, but in the Wild Area Dens, it'll sparkle immediately. I don't know why that was. I guess to stop you from like playing it safe in Dynamax Adventures, if you already knew that you found a shiny, you could just like be real safe for the rest of the adventure. I don't know. I am a little sad that it's impossible for the starting Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures to be shiny. Like, I think we should get 5 checks instead of 4. I think the starter Pokemon should be checkable as well. Sandwich finished with 1 shiny. There you go. Got that beautiful Tatsugiri. Razzie, I want to do some more research on BDSP too, because now that like we've been talking about it, I feel pretty confident in knowing how to save a swarm or trophy garden spawn. I do think there was. I'm pretty sure I remember there was a way that people discovered how to change them, essentially, without without locking. So like just like how you can change the outbreaks in Scarlet Violet, I'm pretty sure they did find a way how to do that in BDSP. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna have to like check every single morning if Cast forms in the Trophy Garden and hope for the best. All right, here we go. 265, 266. I think this is gonna be the last check of the stream. You're not wrong, Cheese. Jerry, have a great breakfast with Mom. All right, let's see if we can get a shine in the last check. If not, we'll be continuing this tomorrow. Razzie, thank you. I'd appreciate that. And thank you guys for the shiny luck. Come on, 265, 266. Not shiny. All right, all right. Still no shiny. We'll be continuing this tomorrow. Kill Chain coming here at the end. It's like gameplay video of the next Pokemon game, but you don't know if it's fake because it looks like Legends Arceus. Well, as far as I know, we have not seen any gameplay footage of Legends ZA yet. My guess is that it's fake, but I can't say that for certain. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for keeping me company. I have a few quick thank yous to make. Thank you to King Saris for the 10 months, Rianne for the 5 gifted memberships, Plays for the 13 months, and Rendelson for the 9 months. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate everyone that hung out with me today. Thank you to the new sub. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's got to be the day, right? Tomorrow's got to be the day. We can't take this to 300. It just can't happen. Guys, have a good one. Be good. Do nice things. Stuff like that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.